So, welcome to India Valves 2017. We're here in New Delhi, 2nd and 3rd of September, where the first National Transcatheter Valve course is going on successfully. We have well over 500 participants. We have Professor Eberhard Grube, who needs no introduction at all, who's kindly agreed to come here as international faculty. We have Dr. Susheel Kodali, again needs no introduction, an international expert on transcatheter valves is here as international faculty. Let us tell us what your thoughts are. You've been spending a few hours here. What do you think, and what are your thoughts on India Valves?
No, I think this is a great forum. I think this is important. There's been a lot of mistakes made with the adoption of this therapy, and we want to try and avoid replicating those mistakes. This is not the same as normal procedures that interventional cardiologists do. It's important to educate the community about the risks, the potential, the benefits of this therapy, but also the sort of watch-outs and cautions. And by doing that, we can roll this therapy out in a safe and efficient manner. And also importantly, it's important to track the outcomes. This is not a procedure that ideally that somebody does once a month or once every 2 months. This is a procedure that has to be done by experienced operators and experienced centers. And we should and having a forum in which to collect the outcomes, understand the outcomes, is important not only from the person operating, but also new devices. We have several devices that are now being studied in India. One of them is the first indigenous valve. I think that's a great option, and may provide greater availability because of a different price point than the currently approved therapies. But at the same time, we got to make sure that the results are as good, that it's a durable and effective valve. The only way we're going to do that is with the support of the physicians doing the procedure, with the establishment of registries, as you've discussed, where we collect the data and it's evaluated in a scientific manner, and we look at it honestly and we present it to the community going forward.
Great.
Yeah, let me add a few words on that. And Susheel is obviously great in numbers and studies. For me, coming here is it's incredibly important, because what I see here now, even though the TAVR field in India is still fairly young, we can see a lot of interest. The room is packed. People don't leave. They interact beautifully with the presenters. And I think that's the forum. You can see the interest in the community rising. And that's very good that you catch that at the very beginning to get it into the right direction. As Susheel said, not to make the same mistakes that we did in the beginning, replicating this, but trying to concentrate on outcomes, trying to concentrate on good numbers and good data, and learning from the people that have done the mistakes, but at the end of the day achieved what they have achieved. I'm impressed by the audience. I'm impressed by the speakers. Very disciplined, very interactive, and very, very practical and interesting.
Thank you very much, both of you. That summarizes in a nutshell what we've been trying to achieve. Also, hopefully, I think we will get there eventually. Any advice or suggestions to patients in India now? The information for patients is also very small. One of the reasons for creating India Valves is to create a national forum for patient information too. So a website was launched in the form of www.indiavalves.in. It's a patient information portal. Do you think that will give patients the right information? And do you think this is the way forward so that patients can make an informed decision too?
Sure. I think empowering the patient to make a decision is good. I think providing patients honest information, it will help them make that decision. I think this is a great therapy that opens up options to patients that didn't have options before. So I think that's one of the key aspects for patients to understand about TAVR. But at the same time, for them to understand that it's not I'm going to go in, get the procedure, go home the same day. That they understand what it entails, what the risks are, but also what the benefits are compared to surgery as well.
Yeah, and particularly in a subcontinent with 1.5 billion people, you need this therapy. You need this therapy in the elderly. You need it probably also as we move along in the more younger patients. But I think it is important that also industry is reacting to that need actually. As you know, for the community and the medical services, it is still a very expensive technology, which in my view has to come down. As we all know, competition brings it down. The more competition you have, the better it is for the patient. And I think as much as I believe in this therapy, it has to be affordable for the majority of patients. And I think not only the rich ones can profit and should profit actually, it is done for the ones that need it. And hopefully that's going to come across with that information and with that pressure.
Those are excellent points made. I think that's where hopefully we are heading towards, and I think with all the support of people like yourselves, faculty, taking the time to come to India Valves to share your experience, and we get to learn a lot from you. I think we're very grateful, and thanks a lot for coming to India Valves, and thanks for being part of it.